Hey guys, Coach Becca here, and welcome to my total body dumbbell workout. Here's what you need: a step or a chair, a weight bench, any of those things will work, and a set of weights. You can use light, moderate, heavy, all three. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the full workout, every rep with you, and we're going to start off with a warm-up. So let's get after it, y'all. Here we go. Place one foot up on a step or a couch or your chair, your weight bench, whatever you're using today, and lean in for about 15 seconds so you can feel the leg that's on the floor, which here's my left leg. You can feel that hip flexor stretching out. Okay, go ahead and straighten out that leg that you were leaning on. Use the bench or whatever you're using as a nice elevated hamstring stretch, taking some deep nose inflations here. Just some stretches to start out with. Good work. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So here we go. Switch it up. Place one foot elevated on a surface and lean in. Stretch out those hip flexors, which are chronically tight. So today's going to be a really fun workout. We're starting with these great stretches. So make a goal for yourself for this workout, whether it's just to finish or to really impress yourself somehow. Give yourself a little goal to work towards here, and I'll help you achieve it. Okay, go ahead and straighten that leg out now. So you're stretching out the low back, the hammies, and the glutes. If it's a surface you can grab, go ahead and give a little reach there. If you have the mobility to, just to really enhance the stretch. No worries if you can't. Take some deep nose breaths here. Know that you're going to have a great workout. So relax the fingertips a little bit if you need to. I'm going to take care of y'all today. Okay, step to the side of whatever you're using, and you're going to swing the leg up and over. So you're going to do like a hip opener over your target. If it's kind of weird, whatever you're using, you can just step to the side and do the same thing without a target. It just helps your mind, I think, to have something to visually shoot over. So open those hips up over a target if you have one. Nice and smooth. Looking good. Love that. Perfect. Same thing, other leg. So rotate around and let's just get some nice hip mobility in. Hip mobility is really important. Flexibility, mobility, and stability are all important factors when we're talking about movement and quality movement. And this falls under the mobility category. So keep opening up those hips. Well done out there. All right, awesome job on those. Take a seat on your weight bench or your chair, whatever you're using, because up next we're going to do kind of a funky one. My dog's going to help demonstrate a little bit. His name's Brownlee. So cross one leg over the other, and you're just going to point and flex at the ankle. So we're just doing some seated ankle mobility. Another variation is to kind of make some circles with your ankles, but as long as you're trying to really maximize the movement at the ankle joint, that's what I'm looking for. And you can see Brownlee very quickly lost interest in that. Let's switch sides there. I'm just going to kind of hug the shin bone here and just focus on getting a lot of movement through my ankle joint. Really important when we're thinking about balance, especially if you're an athlete. We want to take care of those ankles. So if you're somebody that struggles with balance, this is a great one to incorporate more regularly. All right, go ahead and place one foot on the bench or chair that you're using. Make sure it's stable. Now you're noticing here that I'm doing a lateral step up instead of a forward step up. Just a little bit of variety here for you to target quads and glutes as well as balance, single leg balance. I'm doing this body weight. If you're somebody that's done these often and you're confident in your strength, you can obviously do this weighted. But keep on going with me here. I'm shooting for 10 repetitions on the right leg. If I start moving too quickly for you, at any point you can hit pause and finish the set or reps. Okay, switch sides. Here we go. Lateral step up on the left side. Think about cinching your core together and really powering this movement from the top leg. So my left leg is doing most of the work here. I'm not jumping into the step up by any stretch of the means. So my right leg is actually pretty quiet until I pull it up at the top. So if those are key factors for you, remember that in our next set of step-ups, which is going to be a fun variety. So 10 repetitions here, finishing out strong. Very smooth, good balance at the top there. Well done. All right, take it back to the original side, and now we're going to start by crossing over. So this is the leg we actually just used, and we're going to cross over and step onto our target. More advanced would be to swing that leg through into balance, so you can choose either. Okay, here we go. So it's a crossover step up. I'm really powering from my left foot here. I'm kind of targeting just different muscles in my glutes and quads by crossing over. A little different from that lateral step up. I'm still really strong through my trunk to help with the balance there at the top. And I'm taking my time as needed to make sure all the details are taken care of. So super smooth is what we're looking for. Well done. If you're really struggling with your balance, just pause, press pause, and do this at your own pace. Get to 10 repetitions. Okay, I'm going to switch sides here. So now I'm going to cross over with my right, kind of line my body up. My knee is always really in line with my big toe. I'm not putting any funky pressure on my knee. So if it feels like you're doing it wrong, you probably are. And you can always just simplify it by doing a basic step up. This will help strengthen the knee joints though. So we do want to make sure all those little T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So make sure the knee and toe are in a similar angle to make sure that you're doing these safely. Well done. Strong ankles, strong knees, strong hips. That's what we're looking to do here. Okay, looks good. Well done on those. Next, you're not going to be able to see my shoulders very well. I apologize. I have a smaller weight bench area, so my shoulders are on the ground this whole time. My heels are in the middle of my step or bench or couch, and my toes are up. I'm doing 10 elevated bridges here. So I'm already around 4, so if you're still getting caught up, get after it. We've got 10 regular feet elevated hip ups. Definitely targeting hamstrings, glutes, and core here. Should feel the burn. Now raise your right leg. Okay, 10 single leg hip ups on the left leg. Here we go. We're going right into it. I'm not giving you a lot of rest here, guys. This is kind of a simpler movement pattern with just very low rest, and that's what I'm really capitalizing on. Simple movements done well, done effectively. So really getting some single leg balance here. Keep pressing those hips up, exhaling as you do so, working those hamstrings, toning those glutes, and firing up that core. Here we switch legs. Here we go, 10 on the other side. So now my right leg's getting all the attention. Very good. Press those hips up. And my other dog, Red, is coming in to say hello, making sure I'm doing it right, which it looks like I am. Red approves. Very good. Keep it rolling. Get all the way to 10. You got this. Very good. Both feet down. Give me one more set of 10. So 10 regular feet elevated bridges, just like we started this set with. And now it should be safe to say the glutes and core are awake and feeling it, which you should just start to feel it here. We're starting to bring the intensity of our workout up. So finish the set strong. Again, 10 is the lucky number here. Keep pushing. Keep using your exhalations to really drive the movement. Very good. Okay, you're going to need your dumbbells now. If you're uncertain of your strength today, grab moderate weights. I'm going to kind of use 12.5 pound weights as my base today. I'm not looking to do anything too crazy, but you can go heavier if you want. This is deadlift. So you're going to hinge at your hips as you soften your knees, keeping a nice flat back. Okay, so now it's your turn. That was the demo. Here we go. Hinge at the hips, stand tall. Hinge at the hips. You're softening your knees. See how the angle in my knee is there? You can always just watch the first set if you'd like. I get to a point where my shoulders are in line with my hips. And my core is strong and tucked in, so this is not going to hurt my back at all. In fact, it's going to tone my hammies and glutes. Nice and smooth here. Follow along with me. This tempo is fine. If you feel like the weights are too heavy or too light, you're going to do another set later, so just make that mental note. Very good. You can rest. Balance on one leg, and we're going to do single leg curl to overhead press. I hit my light there, so watch out for your surroundings. Here we go. We're going to do 8 per side. I don't care how you curl and how you overhead press. I know you can do a narrow press and a narrow curl, all those fancy variations. I don't care. I'm not particular about it. I just want a little single leg work, and I want a little toning for the biceps and a little overhead work. So don't worry about, neutral grip or this. Just give me a curl to press. Keep it simple. Focus on your balance and a nice zipped up core. Perfect. I loved those. Let's do 8 on the other side now. Be careful of your light fixtures. Here we go. 8 reps, curl to press. Again, keeping that knee up by the hip. The main takeaway from this one is getting balance in while we work the upper body. So single leg stability while we get some endurance in those arms. Looking good, looking smooth. You'll notice I used the same weights I did deadlifts with. For those of you with strong legs, that's virtually impossible. So we're going back to deadlifts now. If you want to change up your weight, make it heavier, hinge at the hips, soften the knees. Pretend there's a wall behind you, and you just want to tap your butt to that wall as you slide the weights down. Very nice. And we're looking for about 12 total reps on the deadlifts. I didn't give you a rep count before. Try to hit 12 this time. And if you feel like you missed out on the first set, you can easily hit pause and grab a second set right after this one. Very good. Take a rest here. Now I'm going to show you kind of a funky version of single leg curls. So place your foot in stork position. And now that neutral grip is going to be a little more important because it's just less awkward really. So same exact thing you did before, but now you'll notice that I have my knee out to the side in stork position. It's a yoga move that I really enjoy. I like the way it challenges my hips and my balance. So you don't have to do the stork position if you don't want to. You can just do those single leg ones I showed before. The biggest thing we're working on here again is single leg balance and some upper body toning. So switch legs here, and again you can choose the stork position if you'd like. Otherwise, just give me a regular single leg curl to press. Nice workout there, fam. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but really my passion is to teach you more than anything. I know a workout's great, but I really want you to know why you're doing what you're doing and how it'll help you be a better person and a better athlete. Very good. Try to maintain that smooth tempo. Very good. I'm liking how you're doing these. Great job, you guys. Okay, weights can go down. Head to the edge of your bench or chair or couch or whatever you're using. Level 1, we're just going to do a regular sit to stand, focusing on really great posture, rolling from our heels to our toes, all those good things. Level 2, you're going to do that same thing, but on one leg. Okay, so jump on in with me here if you want level 1 or 2. Nice and smooth here as you drop those hips back. The height of your target will make a big intensity difference. So the higher up your target is, the easier it's going to be. You can see I'm not at parallel here. That's fine. I really want to work on stimulating my quads on one leg. I want to focus on my core and strengthening my hip flexors. So this works for me. You might need to change it up for you. Okay, switch sides. If you're doing level 1, you can just roll through these and get a lot of reps in and get a lot of endurance in. Again, the key takeaways are stacked joints. So you want kind of the shoulders to lead the movement. You want to roll from the heel to the toes there. That's the biggest takeaway. Give your knee a peek, see if it's rolling inwards or outwards. We'll do a second set, so you'll get a chance to look at those details as well. I do recommend you grab a heavy weight for this one. You can try doubling up your weights if you only have one set. We're going to do a single arm row, and this is a movement everyone likes to feel strong on. I'm going to adjust my weight bench. You don't have to. You can just put both feet down underneath of you. We're doing 10 repetitions here. That's 3 that I am on. So again, you don't need to use a weight bench. You can have both feet flat on the floor, one hand on your chair if you'd like. So 10 repetitions of a single arm row. Great for our core, great for the backs of our arms, lats, shoulder muscles, all the good stuff. Okay, switch sides here, and we're going to 10 again. It's great to think about exhaling as you're pulling the weight up. That's going to help with that kind of trunk stability, that core engagement. Anytime we work on one side is going to be really good for our bodies. Just having to balance there. So good work here as we get to 10. We're going to switch back and hammer out another set. So I'm not giving you guys any time to think about much. We're just going to go right into another set, knock it out of the park, and move on. All the way to 10. Hammer these out. Show me that you got control. You do want that weight to end right around your armpit. So if you're noticing you're giving me really short baby reps, your weight's probably too heavy Full range of motion here. Very good. Switch it up, switch sides, and really get that weight up to your armpit here. Let's finish strong. 10's the lucky number on these. Very good. Way to build those arms. And we're going to take it back to those squats. You can do level 1 or 2. If you're doing level 2, just watch if that knee rolls inwards or outwards, because we want to work to correct that in general. A neutral knee is something we're looking for. Really reinforcing good mechanics here. That's why we're keeping your body weight. We're not adding weight to this one. We want to make sure at the fundamental level we're doing this right. So, very good. Switch sides. Again, key points. Stacked joints, lead with the shoulders, roll from the heel to the toe, and keep a neutral knee. Well done. I know I'm on the talkative end today for you guys out there, so get to 10 on each side and give yourself a pat on the back because you're doing great out there. All right, well done. I'm going to bring my bench up to an incline setting. If you don't have a weight bench at home, if you haven't been using one, I'll show you an option for you while I do the incline chest presses. Moderate weight is suggested on this one, especially if you have some shoulder issues. We don't want to build the front of our bodies too much. Here's what you can do if you don't have an incline bench. You can just do a floor press, not quite as deep a range of motion. You can probably tack on a few reps. Again, just some toning for the chest and the biceps. It's something other than a push-up. Here we go. Incline chest press, just to tone the arms. I'm going all the way to 15 here. I like a lighter weight. Again, like I mentioned, as humans, we tend to overdo it, training the quads and the chest muscles and things that'll pull us forward. I really like to focus on more the back muscles and triceps and things. So this one I'm just bringing in as a little bit of toning, a little variety with the incline there. Again, 15 reps. And that's just my philosophy. You might not agree with it, but I hope you can find a happy compromise here. This next one I'm going to show you is a little funky, and it's easier if you flatten the weight bench out, which I do in the second set. So put one leg back on your target, same weight to same leg. So my right arm has the weight and my right leg is balancing, and I'm going to do 8 single leg hinges with weight on the same side. Okay, it's called an ipsilateral single leg foot elevated hip hinge. So it's kind of wordy, but the idea here is that we're just stressing the hamstrings and muscles a little differently by holding the weight differently. Okay, switch sides. And now it's opposite arm to leg reach. I haven't switched legs yet, I just switched hands, and I'm doing another 8 repetitions. And here you might even feel how different muscles are taking over because the weight's now on the opposite side of the body. And that's the goal. Building some self-awareness, building some muscular imbalances, making you do a couple different things. Movements you're maybe used to, but a different execution. That's what I like. Very good. Okay, keep the weight in that hand, but we're just going to switch legs now. So now my left arm and left leg have the weight, and we're doing 8 reaches here. Back foot is elevated. It's just a fun variety there to a single leg reach. Very good. Switch arms, so now it's opposite leg. My right arm has the weight and my left leg is what I'm balancing on. And don't y'all worry, we are going to do another set of these just because it is a little tricky, a little funky. I always enjoy the way these make me feel the following day. It's a good variety, so well done giving these a go if you've never done such a movement pattern. All right. We are going to do those chest presses again, so let's give those legs a breather, give the mind a breather, and tone the arms. Here we go with some chest presses. Incline if you have it, floor if you don't. 15 reps. finishing out here on the chest. Very good. We are going to flatten out the bench here. I realized I could have made my life a lot easier demonstrating for you guys at home with a little bit more space for the camera to see. So here we go. I'm going to hold the weight in my right arm and balance on my right leg. My left foot is up. So same arm, same leg. Now you guys might be able to see my back leg a little bit better and what's going on there. Same side reach. Again, you've done these ones before now, so think about how the muscles feel different just by switching the weighted hand, and why it's probably important that you do both variations so we don't have a dominant, hamstring or glute group, etc. Okay, so switch sides, and let's do another set of 8, this time with the weight in the left arm. So it's opposite arm to leg reach, still balanced on that right foot, 8 repetitions. That back foot elevated, you'll see, is going to really make your body work differently too. So we are throwing a lot of curveballs at you on this one. So I'm proud of you guys for giving it a go. If it seems too confusing, you can go back to just regular deadlifts or single leg reaches if you would like. You can always regress, right? You can always go back to make it a little easier or simpler. Okay, so now I'm on my left leg and the weight is in my left arm doing 8 reaches. So I probably should have noticed this earlier, but if you want to make this easier, you could just do a body weight single leg reach. About 15 reps per side is fine if you're not worrying about the weight. Alright, switch arms. So now your right arm has the weight and your left leg is balancing. And just hinge. I'm shooting for, just below the knee there. You don't have to get too dramatic on the reach. We want to keep a somewhat rigid spine on these. Lots to think about, I know, right? But at least we're not worried about COVID when we're doing this workout. We got way too much on our minds. Very good. Okay. Awesome work on those funky split leg reaches. You need both weights next. We're going to do a little tricep toning. Pull the elbows up and extend those arms back. Shooting for about 10 to 12 repetitions. Bent over triceps extension. The key being, you guys, really pay attention to this. Your elbows should be up in line with your shoulders, okay? And notice how I'm controlling the weight as I bring it in towards my shoulders. I'm not swinging around here. Okay, so now we're doing an overhead extension. Elbows in. Hard to see the weight all the way up there. I know, I'm just so tall. Elbows in, I'm just going to bring the weight behind my neck and straighten my arms back out. Again, 10 to 12 reps as well. This is great for toning the triceps because you don't get a lot of rest between the extensions and the overhead. So hang in there. I really do want you to feel fatigued in your triceps, but if the weight you grabbed is too heavy, either switch it out or drop one of your weights for the overhead extensions and hold it with both hands. Rest, we're going to do those again, that back-to-back kind of superset in the triceps. So you'll get a chance to repeat that. I know you're probably excited about that, but triceps are important. So we're working the back muscles kind of in a superset fashion, triceps and back. All right, we're holding a plank for a minute, guys. Time's already started. Hopefully you were following along with me there. Otherwise you'll get a 45-second plank and that's still fine. I've got my feet elevated. If you're a novice exerciser or just getting back into working out, you might want to forego elevating the feet or take a mid-set break right around here. You can come down and rest and then bring it back up. I don't know, maybe right around here with, less than 30 seconds to go. So really try to engage that core. Elevating the feet is obviously just going to make it a touch harder. You'll also notice I'm up on my hands in an extended plank. So 60 seconds of fun. Try to go to a happy place mentally and know you're doing great things for your core, building the endurance first and foremost. Okay? Great work. You might have heard me talk about this in some previous videos, but I'm a firm believer in training that core from the inside, the deepest layer, to the outside. So you guys can take your rest there. Put a lot of emphasis on core stability and starting from the inside out, not with something like, say, crunches, which is very top layer, if you will. All right, triceps, kick back. Here we go. Pull those elbows up and flare them back. Push those weights back, control them in. I'm in that bent over position, so my chest is dropped down by my hips, and my elbows are up in line with my shoulders. So shoulders to hips, elbows to shoulders. Try to line those joints up for me. Very good, you guys. Tone those triceps. You've done it before now. All right, take a rest, adjust the weights if you need to, triceps overhead. Again, 10 to 12 repetitions for both movements is what I'm looking for. Let's finish strong. We're so close to the end now, sadly for me, probably happy for you. Keep working to keep those elbows in and tone the back of those arms. Everybody loves toned triceps, yes? Here we go. Well done. You can rest. And now we've got our final core movement, because I'm not going to make you do those awful extended planks. Again, you're welcome to if you'd like after this, but if you don't have a bench, you're just going to lay on the floor and pull your knees to your chest. You're going to do reverse crunches on the floor. Feel free to just do 12 to 15 repetitions while I get us going here up on the bench. If you do have a weight bench, lay back so just your butt's on the edge. Grab the actual bench to keep you firmly rooted and touch down as low as you can. I'm a little short, so I can't quite reach to the floor. And I'm going to do 10 of these on the weight bench. Reverse crunches. Very good. Nice way to stretch out the hip flexors a little bit. If you've got low back pain, you might want to choose the floor option anyways. This one I like as a runner and cyclist because it does train those hip flexors a little bit, and it's just a unique movement. I don't always incorporate it. It's kind of a variety for me. So we're going to take a quick breath here, stretch it out, and we're just going to knock out another set of 10 on the bench. You can do a few more if you'd like on the floor. Those are a touch easier, not quite as an aggressive angle, obviously because the floor stops you from getting that further range of motion. So 10 on the bench, 15 if you're on the floor. And that's gonna about do it for us, you guys. So let's finish strong here. Get those reps in. Make sure we're exhaling as we pull those knees in. It's a good time to exhale when it gets to the hardest point. Well done. Okay, we're gonna stretch now to finish. I know I look super enthusiastic there. Keeping an eye on my dogs. So just straight leg. If you have a target, you can elevate for a little deeper of a hammy stretch. This is exactly what we did at the beginning. Lean in now, kind of the opposite. We're going to work on stretching out the hip flexors. I'm going to add in a little T-spine work, a little thoracic rotation here. That one should just feel good on your posture muscles. Way to open up the body after working out. Get some posture work. Again, a hamstring stretch. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll get you guys out of here in under 30 minutes. So we're almost there. Hamstring low back stretch. Elevate it if you can. All right, lean in. Let's get those hip flexors some love. All right, and you can add in those rotations or those thoracic, those T-spine reaches, whatever you want to call them. Mid-back is fine. Very good. Little standing child's pose here, a little quick lat stretch. Great time to think about where you excelled or where you struggled, because you should do this workout again. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you had a great time. If you'd like to subscribe, you'll get more updates. I try to post a workout once per week. I also post recipes and a weekly blog on lifestyle tips on kawokacoaching.com. See you again soon.